What's up, everyone? We're back. It is game week. The Coastal Qualifier starts this week. Workout 1 is going to be released Thursday night at 7 p.m. We're excited. I can't wait to see how this all goes down. David, you don't know the workouts. I do. What are your predictions for what Workout 1 might be?
Oh man, I mean, really, you could go anywhere. My guess is it's going to be some combination of dumbbell work, maybe some overhead dumbbell lunges, mixed with some dumbbell step-ups maybe, and then maybe some handstand push-ups. That would be a dirty way to start this competition. So who knows? Maybe that's up your sleeve.
Yeah, that'd be pretty dirty. We'll see. Thursday night, 7 p.m., we're releasing the workout. Athletes will have until Monday at 9 p.m. to do the workout. And actually, with that, it's a special announcement. We're actually going to be extending registration to Monday night. That's October 5th at 9 p.m. So if you don't get signed up right away and you're like, daggone it, I wish I had, you're now going to have a chance. Registration will close and officially close Monday, October 5th at 9 p.m. I think also I want to talk a little bit about our workout partner for this week. So we're actually our workout partner is Prime Performance Rehab, which is out of Charleston, and it's owned and operated by Elliot Lance. And Elliot is actually a former collegiate baseball player, and he actually has a special deal, and then I think everybody should be aware of. Here's the deal. Prime Performance Rehab is a sports physical therapy clinic in Charleston, South Carolina that specializes in CrossFit and functional fitness athletes. So they specialize in people like us. Prime is offering an exclusive 50% discount on physical therapy evaluations for all athletes competing in this year's competition. So if you're competing, hit them up on social media, hit them up on their website, let them know that you're competing, and you can get 50% off a physical therapy evaluation. I think this is great, David. I know I have aches and pains. You have aches and pains. If you can go see somebody that understands what we're doing as CrossFit functional fitness athletes, it's going to help your rehab process and your recovery process much quicker.
100%.
Check them out. David, can we actually, like I told everybody, we are going to be releasing the workout Thursday night at 7 p.m. And we're actually going to be doing this live on Facebook and YouTube. David, fill everybody in on this.
Yeah, so each week on Thursday evening, there will be a preview show starting at 6:45, where kind of the weekend preview will happen, and then around 7, the workout will be released along with some details, some explanation, maybe even some demonstration. And then each week on Thursday on location, there will be athletes from whichever host gym or garage is hosting. There will be throwing down, that will be competing and doing the workout live, so people have the opportunity to see it, to be a part of it, and to help bring some excitement. So that's on Thursday starting at 6:45.
Yep, and we're going to post on social media the links where you can watch those live previews, along with we're going to email that out to all the athletes as well, so you'll know where to go. And this week's kind of special. It's special to me because we're going to be doing an interview with a young lady who at a very young age has already gone through more than probably any of us have ever gone through in our life. The young lady I'm talking about is Sydney Fowler. Sydney is a 10th grader and she goes to Wando High School, and she's a member of CrossFit Wando. And she actually suffered 2 years ago a staph infection that eventually led to her being paralyzed from the chest down. And we're going to hear her story and a little bit about why I think this story is so important to me. Is that I had the privilege of befriending a friend of mine in college. His name was RJ Tonks, who had a similar ordeal. RJ was a normal person, just like you and I, a normal teenager. And then one day he just woke up, and the portion of his brain that controlled his ability to have his motor skills with his legs just stopped working, just like that. Overnight, he went just from a normal person to somebody who was paralyzed and wheelchair bound. And when I met RJ, he was already in a wheelchair. And what I realized was that we could bond through fitness. So in college, we would meet up probably 3 to 4 days a week, and I would take him to the gym and we'd work out together. And I could see how it brought back some normalcy to his life. And to this day, we still remain close. And actually, I brought him down. He lives up in Pennsylvania. RJ was able to come down a couple summers ago and work out in my CrossFit box in Myrtle Beach, and it was just a special thing to see. And to me, when I saw Sydney's story, it brought back those memories of RJ. And Sydney's going to tell her story, but I will say that in talking with her, she has more perspective than most people I've ever met, and she's going to talk a little bit about how CrossFit, her community there at CrossFit Wando, have helped her push through a difficult time. And I'm excited for her, and I'm excited for her future. I think she's going to do some really amazing things with that. So we're going to talk to Sydney here. What's up, everyone? I have Sydney Fowler here today. Sydney is in 10th grade. She goes to Wando High School. She's also a member of CrossFit Wando, which is our host gym this year for Fittest of the Coast. And like I said a little bit ago, I heard about Sydney's story, and it was just an amazing thing for me to watch. And I was touched and really moved. So I wanted to bring Sydney on to tell her story. And I think it's an incredible story. So Sydney, thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. So Sydney, first, we're all about fitness, functional fitness, and CrossFit. Tell me a little bit about how you got into CrossFit and how that all started.
Yeah, so I got into CrossFit about 2 years ago, like 2.5. And I was actually a pretty competitive volleyball player before, like my injury. And so I started CrossFit to get better at volleyball, but then I just fell in love with the community and the sport and just never stopped. So, yeah.
What was it that kept bringing you back? What was it that was attractive to you?
I think just like the overall community of it, just everyone, it's not like a regular gym. Like you just get so close to everyone, and the high intensity, the constant go, just I don't know, something about it. I kept going back. So obviously someone was going good.
Yeah. And CrossFit Wanda, that's a special place there. There's some great people there. Talk about the coaches that you have over there.
I mean, it's incredible. They are so supportive, so just, I mean, from the get-go, I mean, literally, they're amazing, like super genuine, nice people. And I'm just, yeah, I cannot say enough nice things about them. They're awesome. So,
Yeah, they really are. Now, Sydney, for those that don't know, tell us a little bit about your story and what happened to you, and talk me through that.
yeah, so almost 2 years now. In December, I got paralyzed from a staph infection. It just started with some back pain and it progressed. And in the course of like 2 days, I was paralyzed from the chest down. So, yeah, I mean, that's like basically summed up into a couple days. But
Wow. So as an eighth, you were in eighth grade then at the time?
yes, right before Christmas. So December 19th is when I had my first surgery.
So that all happened so quickly. Just talk me through how your life changed in almost an instant.
I mean, instantly, it's hard to say. Like, it wasn't like in the moment, it's hard because it's one of those things where at the time I'm just like, oh, like everything will be fine. The doctors will figure it out. Like, I wasn't even worried. Like, I was trying to stay positive. I wasn't like gonna freak out because I knew if I freaked out, then everyone else would freak out. So initially, I don't know how much changing. I don't think initially anything really changed. Like it wasn't like, oh my gosh, like like it wasn't like the doctors came and was like, okay, you'll never walk again. Also, I was a PD. Like they basically took my parents out and probably told them more than they told me. So I don't really know instantly how much changed, but definitely a lot has changed since then, obviously. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So since your injury and since everything happened, how has fitness, CrossFit, the community at CrossFit Wando, how has that played a part in you getting back to some sort of normalcy in your life?
Yeah, I mean, I go to CrossFit to obviously stay healthy because I get around with my arms. So to get into a car, I get around to lift myself back, to use my arms. I have to stay healthy. So CrossFit really. I mean, if I didn't have CrossFit, I wouldn't be as healthy. I don't know where I'd be. So I don't really know. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, I'm sure that, looking back, you have the upper body strength now to be able to do a lot of things that maybe you wouldn't have been able to do prior to doing CrossFit, I'm sure.
For
Yeah.
sure.
So
Definitely.
Sydney, tell me a little bit about how have you had to change your workouts? Obviously, you've had to adapt the way you do things. Tell me about that. I'm really curious to hear how you do that.
So, yeah, I mean, it's basically the same thing. I do things a little bit different than I feel like other people in wheelchairs because I do have a little bit of movement in my legs. So, like, let's say, like, let's go through some movements. So, like squats, like when you guys do front squats, I'll do sit to stand. So, where I sit on a box and, I'll work on standing and just trying to incorporate, some recovery work into like CrossFit. That's super big for us. But then you have like for when everyone goes for a run, instead of pushing, because I do push 24/7 for the most part, I will do the ski erg or I will row. And it looks the same as I sit in my chair and I do it, cleans from my lap to a clean. And yeah, I mean, it's not super different. There are a few things because my injury is pretty high, so I don't have the full like core control that like I wish I did because like snatches is difficult to go overhead with both my arms because if I'm not careful, I'll just flop over. So, yeah, I mean, definitely different, but something that is doable. I feel like so.
What's your favorite movement and your least favorite?
Um, I started off being like, okay, snatches. I love snatches, and I always have. But I think that would probably now be my least favorite because of how frustrating it is to hold myself centered. My favorite would probably be, I don't know, that's tricky. Probably cleans, maybe like a dumbbell thruster. I like
Okay.
those. I don't know. That's tricky. It's a good question.
All right. Well, hey, let's switch gears a little bit. So tell me some about your goals that you have. I saw on Instagram that you even own your own business, so you got a lot going on. So tell me a little bit about some of your goals, whether they be fitness or personal. What are your goals?
Yeah, so so during quarantine, I had a lot of time on my hands, and I always wanted to do something to help people. I didn't exactly know if I was going to be like a nurse or something in the medical field, but I knew that I wanted to do something, and so I kind of came up with Single Soul, which is basically a women's clothing line that I created online. So that's something I'm super passionate about, and I love that. But that's probably that and CrossFit are like my two things that I focus most on. In school, obviously, but um, those are probably my two main things that I really focus on. Also, I love to do yoga. I've gotten into that over the past couple months. Been really into doing that. I go to yoga once a week with another girl that's in a wheelchair. She's a little older than me, but she's taught me a lot, and I've gotten a lot better, and my core has gotten a lot stronger from it. So, yeah, I'm trying to think about what else I do, but that's pretty much it. Those I kind of go to CrossFit, home, school, then school, repeat. But I love it.
Do you ever envision yourself doing a competition?
I do, and I'm very competitive. So it's definitely something I would be interested in. And I was going to do Fitness at the Coast, but I couldn't due to like the dates and stuff. But I'm definitely interested.
I will tell you this, Sydney. We're working on, not this year, we tried, but it just wasn't enough time. But for year 3, we're actually working on adding an adaptive edition or a division. So we're excited about that.
Yeah, that's awesome. I can't
Yeah.
wait.
So
That's
Sydney, let me ask you this. So I'm sure you've learned a lot over the last 2 years, and you have a perspective that I don't have.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about what you would tell somebody who's going through a difficult time, a situation kind of like yourself. What would you tell them?
Well, I believe that things happen for a reason, and I think that things don't really happen to you; they happen for you. So it's kind of how you take what happens to you, or what good, bad, whatever that may be, and use it for your benefit. I mean, I could look at, I am paralyzed, like on a real side. I mean, there's definitely difficult times that come with that, but at the same time, would I, have met the people I've met, would I've started Single Soul, would I, like, you can't do the whole, oh, but what if this, what if that, because at the end of the day, you can't change it. I mean, so, just do your best to thrive in life, I feel like. So that's what I would probably say to somebody.
That's awesome perspective for somebody your age, and that's really awesome to hear. Well, Sydney, last thing, the CrossFit Games are going, or actually, this isn't going to air. It'll be over. But anyway, tell me, who do you think is going to win the CrossFit Games?
Well, I mean, I actually went to CrossFit Mayhem twice. So I love Haley. Like, that is like, she's literally the most genuine person. So I wish her the best of luck. I also met Tia, and she is just such a genuine person, such a cool person. So I mean, probably Tia. Like on a real note, probably Tia. But gosh, Haley's just so cool, and I can't wait to see what the upcoming years have for her and all that. So
you got to meet both of them. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I actually got invited to the adaptive program at CrossFit Mayhem, which was pretty recently created when I actually lived in Atlanta for a little bit because of, therapy and stuff like that. I was at the Shepherd Center, and I met some really cool people in Atlanta, and one person I met was Michael Mills. I don't know if you've heard of him, but he's also in a wheelchair, and he's such a cool dude. He met me, he kind of introduced me to Rich Froning and like all those like super cool people. So that was really awesome. So I went to CrossFit Mayhem, a little while ago. But yeah, and I mean, it was cool. I'm not gonna lie, I fangirled a good little bit there, but it was really cool to meet everyone. I think I didn't meet Frazier, but I met Tia, Tia's husband. He was actually the one that judged me for one of the open, rounds. I'm trying to think. I met Rich, super, super nice guy. I met his daughter, and we got along really good. But yeah, Haley, all of them. But yeah, it was super
so
awesome.
Cool. So everybody's as nice as they say they are, huh?
If not nicer. Like,
wow.
Super, yeah, really nice people.
Awesome. Yeah. So, hey, last question. What is your favorite CrossFit workout? Do you have a favorite CrossFit workout? If you could do any workout, what would it be?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I seriously, I don't think I could tell you. I'm trying to think, but.
Do you have a least favorite one where if it's programmed, you're like, oh my goodness, I'm not going to class?
Fran's tough. Yeah, that's tough. Cindy, I don't know. There's a few of them that are definitely challenging. I don't know if I could pick one though. I don't know.
Awesome.
That's a good question.
Well, there's a lot to choose from. Well, hey, Sydney, I want to thank you for taking the time to talk with me today. And I also want to say that, hey, we're extremely excited for what you're going to do. I know you're going to do big things. Just being only in 10th grade and having the perspective in life that you have is crazy. And I'm excited for you. I'm excited to see what you do the rest of your life. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for this opportunity. It was super cool chatting with you.
Yeah, I'll see you, I guess, when we're at CrossFit Wando.
Yeah, I'm excited.
All right, that was awesome, David, and I'm really glad to have been able to speak with Sydney and get to know her a little bit and hear her story. And our hope is that this would inspire, and I know she hopes to inspire other athletes like her and other people that are going through similar issues like she went through. And one thing that, as many people know, Fittest of the Coast is a community-driven event. At the end of the day, we're here to be a betterment to this community along the coast. Last year, we were able to support an organization, and this year, what we're going to do is we're going to support the adaptive athletes along the coast. So what we're going to do is we're going to donate a portion of all the registration fees from the Coastal Qualifier to be able to purchase more equipment for adaptive athletes. In talking with Sydney, she talked a little bit about how they need different kinds of equipment, and not every gym has that. So that's something we're going to be doing for her gym, is going to be helping them out to get some new equipment. So I'm excited about that. And with that, let's talk about some more young faces. I love seeing the young athletes along our coast compete. That's something near and dear to me, running a youth training program. David, talk about the teen divisions, what happened last year, and what people can expect this year.
Yeah, man, just some incredible performances. And last year, Matthew Butts took home first place in the teenage division. And really just did really incredible. Ben Bradham was right there, and Kyle Elliott also came in third. As we look forward to this year with the teenage guys, Matthew Butts is aged up, as you said, Kyle, as you prefer to use that terminology, and so he'll be competing with the big boys. So Matthew, we expect you to bring it, but look out for Ben Bradham back, and maybe even watch out for the Des Juan boys. I hear the Des Juan boys have something to prove as they push each other and compete against one another. They might be some guys to watch, or even maybe Jack Schuessler. So some good new teenagers coming into that division, so we're excited to see the performances that they put up. In the ladies' side, the returning champ is back, and Katie McDaniel won first place. Leah Murphy came in second, and really excited that both of those are back for round number 2. So I'm excited to see how those girls compete. They were actually kind of close on several events, and so excited to see if Leah's made some strides and can take down Katie. But watch out for those girls, and there's also some new girls coming in as well. So
yeah, that's going to be fun, and I'm excited for the teenage division. I think it's going to be cool to see how Matthew does aged up. Some of the boys in the teenage division were talking about how he could have competed last year with those 18 to 34-year-olds. So we'll see how Matthew does. And then I'm excited for Jack Schuessler. I have had the ability to be able to train him some, so I think he's going to do very well. And Katie McDaniel as well. And actually, Katie's actually taken some time off from CrossFit. When we went down there to visit with them and had dinner with the McDaniels a little bit ago, Katie was telling me how she's actually trying to get a scholarship for weightlifting. So she's trying to get a scholarship for Olympic weightlifting. So she's been focusing on that. But I know she just signed up today, so she is going to be a force. And with that, let's talk about the 55-plus division. This is a fun division too. I think one of the things that makes Fittest of the Coast unique, David, is our different age groups. And last year in the women's division, we actually had 2 gym mates from CrossFit Crescent Coast battling back and forth in that women's 55-plus division. It was the lady that won was Carol Rotundi, and then second was Sue Pantano. And Sue actually won the Open, but Carol bested her at Fittest of the Coast. So that was interesting to see. And then in third place was Phoebe Knight. And I know Phoebe's going to be back, and she was a great competitor, so I'm excited to see her. We have some new faces in that division, as always, along with the other ones. So that one's going to be cool to see. Now the men's division is one that is really exciting. Last year, first place Bruce Kruger, he won the qualifier and he also won the championship. He's from CrossFit Sacred Pine, and in second place was one of our faces we've had on the show, Dave Hardy. He took second. Now Dave informed me that he's not going to be able to compete this year. He just had shoulder surgery last week. So he's just not going to be ready. So we're going to hate to miss Dave, but that just means there's going to be an extra spot for somebody to get in this year. So that'll be fun. And then in third place was Andy Light from Reebok Coastal Carolina. Andy just registered back. Again, we've got some new faces in that division, so it's going to be fun to see how that one plays out. David, thank you for joining me during these as we worked up to the Coastal Qualifier. I think everybody's going to be seeing your face again as we update people throughout the 5 weeks. So good luck, and we're going to see who's going to qualify for Fittest of the Coast. David, I'll see you at week 1.
Sounds good. See y'all. Good luck, everyone.